This is the Master Pyraminx. It's kind of like the older brother of the Pyraminx. It's like a 4x4 compared to the 3x3. And today I'm going to teach you how to solve it because it's pretty difficult but pretty fun. Alright, let's get scrambled. Okay, now let's all scramble. The first step is matching up the corners, like in any Pyraminx. Now, I recommend you watch my Pyraminx tutorial before watching this because this will make a lot more sense. First step, match up these corners, just twist them to match up with the right color. You know how it goes. Alright, now it's just the same with the Pyraminx. You try to match up a side to one side, doesn't matter what side you do. I'm going to do red. So move these pairs so they're all one color on one side, just like a Pyraminx. Now, this is where it gets fun. So on a Pyraminx, you normally put in the edges, right? You do the exact same thing. It is no different, just bigger moves. So when you want to do it, you can just move up a side, match it up, move it down. Now this is where it starts deviating. Alright, so what you want to do is, let's say you want to put in this red one. So it needs to match up with the green side. It's on the green side, can't just move it down. Alright, you know which it needs to slot into. So you move it away, move this side up to slot into, then move it down. Now you're going to do this with all of these little pieces, these little 2-colored pieces with red on them. So you're going to put them there. Oh no, we've run into a case where we need to put them in, but they're all on the bottom. All you do is take it out and you put it back in, just like in a Pyraminx. See, this step is very similar to the edge step on the Pyraminx. Like, these first two steps are pretty much the same, right? So then do this for all of the red pieces on the cube. Right. So sometimes when you're inserting these 2 colored pieces, it's not down here. Well, what you can do is, another way to do it is moving up this big block, matching it up and moving it down. Again, similar to a Pyraminx, just with an extra layer. Now here's an interesting part. Now, sometimes these edges in the middle aren't going to be solved. Well, you need them solved. Alright, but you can remember these cases from the Pyraminx. Remember, these are all the same cases. So, if you know them, they're these colors that just need to be flipped around. There's your 2 headlights and your other 2 cases. So, I will give you a clip from my Pyraminx video right here to remind you of these and apply them here. Got it? So this one is where you have 2 pieces out here and 1 piece where it actually matches up. You can do this fundamentally or with an algorithm, but this I'm going to give you fully the fundamental version. So you can either use this one or this one, it doesn't matter. The first step is to turn it away, right? Your next step is to match it up with its side. Can't turn it back down though, so you have to turn this one in, and then you can find this, and okay, that looks a little confusing. I'll slow it down for you and explain. Alright, so basically what I'm doing here is I'm moving it away and then matching it up with the colors it actually matches up with. Alright, so move it to match with that green and red side. And then I'm going to just replace it. Replace it because I gotta put it down and it's gotta be the same. Alright, bring that piece. It doesn't really matter which piece, but I'm gonna do that one. And then you want to match that up as well as you can, so the green and blue. Then you just try to keep matching things up. Do as many as you can. like match this piece up. It's all about matching whatever piece you have in the bottom. Eventually, you will solve it. This case that you will encounter is just the opposite of the other one. Sometimes it's the right color here on the right, but now it's on the left and wrong. All right, the way you do. Explain this one again. So when you turn it down, you want to match it up with the next one. But now we're doing it left side. Sorry, that's a little bit out of frame there. So now you turn it to the right, bring the next thing down. Then you just gotta keep matching. Just keep matching. I'm so sorry about this being out of frame. I'm a terrible cameraman. Basically what you do here is you just match it up. You don't need to move it away. You just need to turn it to match it with the right color and then turn it up. It's really fundamental. Okay. This is what's called a headlights case. There are two variations. So let's look at it like this. Have the side solved. Now which side do these two pieces need to go to? In this case, they need to go to the blue side. So they need to go to the left. So you'd think, oh, just do something that turns it to the left. No way. What you're gonna do instead is turn this side up, right, counterclockwise, down, counterclockwise, up, counterclockwise, down. That's an easy enough algorithm to remember. Now here's another headlights case. This time it needs to go to the right here. So you're gonna make it go in the direction of the left side. So you're gonna go right, clockwise, down, clockwise, up, clockwise, down. And those are your headlights cases. Alright? There's one case left. Alright, so this case is the case where you have one solved piece and two pieces that just need to be flipped in their spots. Now this solved piece, it's fine, it stays in the back. So you're going to do this. You're going to bring the right side down, left side down, right side up, left side up. Alright? And the easiest way to remember this is you're just going to put this piece back in. So you're going to turn it away, take it up, and solve it. Just as you... Now, it doesn't matter what color this center is. This is the last step. We don't need to worry about that. What we need to worry about now is this step. Right? We need to fill in this second row. Think about it like a 3x3. You're working it layer by layer. We got the first layer, and now we need the second layer. So let's find a piece that needs to slot into the second layer. So this one, in this third layer, is green and yellow. Now it needs to go into this space in the green and the yellow, right? You can't just turn it in. But what you can do is turn the slot down and then match it up with the green, and then turn it and bring it back up. Now what you see here is that moves up the red, but that is fine. That's great. You can just slot it back in using a similar technique. And now, an easy way to identify them is if they're on the right color on one side, but on the wrong side on the other. That way, you know you can just turn it down, and it will always match. Now, fix this red, and you should be good. Let's say you have two of the same color in the top, two of the same piece. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to move that down like that. But that's wrong. But then that turning down, that doesn't work, alright? So what do? You can just mess up this top a little bit, move it away, and find the other one that does work. Because there will always be a piece that works, right? And finish off, then you can finish off the rest of it normally. Okay, so sometimes in this top layer there are just pieces that don't match up that really do need to. You can't move them down because there are already pieces there. What they really need to do is just move over. Now if you'll Now you should recognize this case. This is the headlights case, right? These two, just like the edges on the Pyraminx, need to move over to the left. So instead of moving that way, do these moves, you go up, left, down, left, sorry, up, left, down. Then you'll have that solved. Now there are 2 cases to finish it off. The 2 finishing cases to make the centers right is the first one is when you have one solved one and the rest are unsolved. So what you're going to want to do is you are going to want to match up all the centers that are unmatched. Now all this unsolved, that is great. That's what you want. And think about this like that headlights case again. These need to move to the right. Alright? Since they need to move to the right, you do these moves. Move this block, this big block up. Move this top big block right, down, right, up, right, down. And now, let's see what you got here. What you've got here is another headlights case. So it needs to go to the left, so you just go the opposite way. This time you're just working with this layer. So instead of moving this top block, you just move this little block, right? And here is the last step. This is the second case for your centers, where you'll have all of them unsolved, but they're all unsolved with an adjacent one, all right? Now this, you should remember the set of moves, but sometimes it's a little hard to remember how to hold it. So it doesn't matter which set you hold. It can be either this pair or this pair. It can be this pair depending on the colors, this pair depending on the colors. Just as long as you have 2 opposite colored centers, you're going to want to do these 4 moves and repeat them. Now, what are these 4 moves? These are your sexy moves from the 3x3. If you don't know what it is, it's your right-handed move. If you don't know what it is, it's your R prime, U prime. It's your insertion move. It's the most important one on the 3x3 for beginners. You go big block up, big block right, big block down, big block left, up, right, down, left, up, right, down, left. I hope that was a good tutorial for you, because this puzzle can be difficult at first, but really it's a lot more fundamental to me than a regular Pyraminx. That might be why I like it more, and it's one of my favorite puzzles. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask, and don't forget to subscribe if you want more helpful tutorials like this.